Saturday, April 21st, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 2018. Guys, in this video, I want to talk about some similarities I've found between this solar minimum, the minimum of 2007, and even going back as far as 1996. I think you'll find that these similarities are undeniable, and one of them especially that I'm going to save for last. But here at the website, I mentioned before this number here on the left, the SFU, the Solar Flux Unit. This is the solar cycle and where we're at right now with regard to 2018. We are down, and we're going to go lower, by the way. At least it's predicted to go lower. We're equivalent to 2007, 2008 levels during the last solar minimum. And in the one prior to that, if it was on here in 1996, would probably be in the same area. Some interesting observations that I've made. The first one I'm just going to start off with. I think this just has to do with the shields. Blue auroras are extremely rare. I know they say it's got something to do with nitrogen and things like that, but I think it has something to do with the strength of the magnetic shields as well, allowing this event to occur. But there's some blue auroras that were spotted last night due to a interplanetary shock wave, a stream of high-speed solar wind from a coronal hole, basically, that created a G2 class geomagnetic storm. But in that storm were blue auroras. That's happened before, back in 2017. In fact, it was on April 22nd. So nearly the same day a year ago this happened. Blue auroras, 2017. So I think that's just a side effect of a weakening magnetic shield. 2007 saw some incredible weather events, much like we're seeing now in 2017 and 2018 with regard to solar minimum. Incredible weather records were set all around the world. Story here from Reuters. Early 2007 saw record-breaking extreme weather. UN, August 2007. Reuters out of Geneva. The world experienced a series of record-breaking weather events in early 2007, from flooding in Asia to heat waves in Europe, snowfall in South Africa. The United Nations said on Tuesday. There's a poor man sitting in front of his house after they experienced record flooding in Asia. That was back in 2007. The WMO, the World Meteorological Organization, said global land surface temperatures in January and April were likely the warmest since records began in 1880, more than 1 degree Celsius higher than average for those months. There have also been severe monsoon floods across South Asia, abnormally heavy rains in northern Europe, China, Sudan, and Uruguay, extreme heat waves in southeastern Europe and Russia, and unusual snowfall in South Africa and South America back in 2007. So they're similar, but they're not identical. But you kind of get the gist. I mean, you see just super unusual weather phenomenon occurring all around the globe. We're seeing it now in 2018, just like the last solar minimum. Also, during the last solar minimum, something that we need to keep an eye out for this time around, because I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. This happened back in 1996 as well. So the last two solar minimums with respect to tornado outbreaks occurred in 1996, 2007. Look for it again in 2018, because it's coming. So just be prepared. Have a safe spot in your home with no windows. If you don't have one, or more than likely you got a basement. If you have a basement, be ready to use it. If you don't, have a safe spot in your home, more than likely a interior bathroom where there's no windows. But during solar minimums, if you look at the last two of 1996 and 2007, both saw severe tornado outbreaks. And in fact, the one in 1996 lasted for 3 days. April 19th, 20th, and 21st saw an amazing tornado outbreak through the Midwest, and that's generally where these tornadoes occur. Anywhere from the Mississippi eastward, down through Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas are hot spots. That's Tornado Alley. Missouri, Iowa, Illinois. I mean, they could occur anywhere over here, around the Mississippi and east of the Mississippi. They're not too common out west, but definitely in through here. That's Tornado Alley. So be on the lookout for that, guys. That does seem to be a common denominator during solar minimums. And another thing, going back to 1996, there was a blizzard, a devastating eastern U.S. storm that did billions in damage. There were, unfortunately, fatalities, cars buried in snow, an unusual freak storm, another Frankenstorm. But as you can see, these things occurred clear back in 1996 during a solar minimum. So this very unusual weather phenomenon has occurred in the past, and coincidentally, it's occurred during solar minimums, this extreme weather. Yes, it can happen at any time. I get that, it does. But it seems like it's more common around solar minimums. And sky phenomenon, we're seeing very unusual pictures come in from the sky, different cloud formations, and a lot of halos here lately. I think a lot of this is associated with the magnetic shields, just the overall energies around the Earth, and the condition of the sun, or the energy output of the sun. It's low right now, and the shields are low. So I think we're going to continue to see sky phenomenon for at least another year, probably, until the sun decides to get fired back up again. But right now, it's extremely low, and I think it's going to be lower than the ones we've seen in the past with regard to solar minimums. The wildlife behavior thing is very interesting. There is something going on with the wildlife of our planet. They're just acting, I don't know, they're acting out of sorts. So maybe it's got something to do with the solar minimum. I don't know, but it's definitely no coincidence. Much like this last thing that I want to share with you that is also no coincidence. And they noticed it here at this, it's a radio show out of Tampa. They caught on to it pretty quick. Let me share this with you, and you're going to be like, ah, Major League Baseball. Say what? Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball game cancellations tied a record this year that was set, you guessed it, back in 2007 for games canceled due to weather-related phenomenon, rain, snow, and cold temps. 2018 has seen 25 Major League Baseball games canceled due to bad weather. 2007 was the record. 25 baseball games canceled due to bad weather. Solar minimum. Solar minimum. Coincidence? I think not. All right, guys, that's all I got. But seriously, be on the lookout for tornadoes. It does seem like they are a definite common denominator during solar minimums. So be on the lookout for tornadoes. Have a plan implemented today. A safe zone in your home, an interior room with no windows, because these tornado outbreaks seem to be a common denominator during solar minimums. Extreme weather, the wildlife thing, like I said, that's something kind of new, but I think we're experiencing a little stronger solar minimum than we have in the last two. So anyway, big heads up, but this one here, I think with regard to baseball games, pretty much seals it, guys. Solar minimum. Got this weather around the world in a state of climate chaos in some cases. So we'll come out of it. I think we'll be okay. In fact, I know we'll be okay. But with regard to the UV, protect yourself. Carry umbrellas. Carry portable shade all the time. Use non-toxic sunblock. And I'm sincere when I say that. We know the UV's high, but the good thing about it, it'll get back to normal soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a super day, and be safe out there.